Hey, yeah. This my common flow ain't common though. I'm a Commodore, these niggas more dominoes. Saturn return got me feeling like it's time to go. So I'm staring in the magic mirror like dominoes. Come along, you know this your favorite song, baby. Whip a Toyota in my mind, it's a new Mercedes. Sober lately, been trying to get it together. Pouring way more of myself, the rain could not stop this. Ain't rocking these crystals for optics, not a magic at play like Hogwarts. You know that we at war, so I'm loaded and mad focused like God wrote this. I add dosage of that dope shit, ain't no more hoping. Heart open, hurts the beat like surgery till they heard of me. The urgency of leaving this planet didn't occur to me. The 17 dark dreams and odd things happened in reality, that was not me. Fuck that. Toe tags and dirty rags, the richest man stitches, but the pay made me strong. So when the vision came along, wasn't nothing to write me a new song. Transmuted into righting my wrongs, and now we gone. The worst thing you could ever ask is how long. When the time come along, you'll know it. Real gem from a poet, myself who I owe it to. Even when shit uncomfortable, remember to change the view. Dave B.
Another lecture, ain't no pressure for these peons. By the time they catch up, homie, we gone. Fly out the sky, get you high like the weed strong. Beast to the grave, damn, we be on. 10 years plus, like car seats, I'm strapped in. Never gotta worry what'd happen if I tapped in. Now I'm the captain, I steer the ship. Saturn return, let it burn, look more, not a spirit bitch. I got a fever pitch, living out of Boston. Women kind of view, stunning Steve Austin. Virgo moon, temperament is classic. But walking through my 12 is like tripping off on acid. We got an army of light, you not steering us. Light workers came here to fight, word to Aquarius. I do my shit in the sky, you know it, man. Slap a fool, call me Gemini, man.
What it do, what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I had to share that new drop. That's one of my favorite songs right now. Welcome to this monthly Earth Tribe report. I'm going to be doing the Earth and Air back to back, and then I'm going to do the Water and Fire back to back. Next month, we'll return doing each on each day, but I will be doing live oracle card readings. So for anyone who wants some, I may end up just doing all of them at the end of the Air Tribe report. All right. King Chains, you know I got you. But I might do some, it depending on how much time we have, I might just do them on this one too. But regardless, I have messages from the Earth Tribe report for you. It's funny how these came through. Very powerful message of rebirth and transformation. All right. This is predicated on who and what you know you are more than ever. That is not really subject to be proven to anybody as much as lived through and by you. Ooh. Anyway, before we get into these messages, regardless of if you have earth energy, of course, if you are an earth sign, moon or rising, these messages will hit a bit more aligned, but you can still see this as messages from the Earth Tribe to you. Okay. That being said, I'm going to start off with this whole notion. I'm going to give an underlying theme of this month relative to the Earth Tribe. This transformation is weeding out the element of you that you have transcended beyond. Some of you, in order to facilitate this rebirth, may have to sacrifice your mortality, especially if you're bridging into more trans-dimensional, multi-dimensional aspects of who you are. The human conditioning, some of you are angels, deities. You don't really need sleep. You don't really need to eat. Not that if if you want to eat, you should, but you may have human conditioning that conditions you to believe that you can still, you're still going to get hungry. You're still going to feel like you need to eat when you are embracing the more divine attributes of yourself as a trans divine entity. Shout out to the trans divines. Shout out to the infinite. Shout out to Infinity Gang. So with that being said, this rebirth is helping you step fully into who you have always been before you were born, and your mother and father gave you a human name, which for some of you is a great expression of who you are. There's not necessarily anything wrong with embracing certain elements of postmodern social culture, even though you should remember you're in this world, but not of it. But for that being said, it's wrong when that is the only thing you know as a part of your identity. Who Focus and meditate on who you are, not were, who you are before you were born. That is who and what you are. That is who embraces all of these. And this isn't necessarily something you're taught. It's something that you go within and you access and you see reflect in your reality. We do have the Nine of Swords. So this Lord of Despair and Cruelty is, especially with Uranus, the heavy facet of psychic attack, the heavy facet of guilt, imposter syndrome, and the collective demonic element of negativity being projected your way. The negativity that you subconsciously reflect by any spaces of yourself you haven't aligned reflect the projection at you. It's what catches it. So it's a little bit of it's not necessarily anything you can be a victim, because once you address that and see it for what it is, this helps you approach this in a much more empowering way. But I want to just give you the lowdown. This is psychic attack. It feels like psychic attack because it is psychic attack. Pluto in Aquarius, that is beginning the awakening of the decade plus long activation of telepathic channels across the collective, is making a lot more fluid this intangible sense of your ideas and thoughts bouncing around other perspectives as if they're with you, which could be seen as a sense of paranoia that can devolve into a sense of schizophrenia. But for those of you who are really activating more of your receptivity to discern these unintelligible things that aren't third dimensional in the sense that you're directly connecting with someone, just the essence and how you align with your relationship with that is what's going to expose what your thoughts are, and what thoughts are more so impressions that are opposing the frequency you are maintaining. That was just the simple way of saying it. This is psychic attack. It's very malicious. In your ascension past your old limits, this is making hyper inferior others who gained leverage from feeling a sense of comfort, feeling better than you. You're ruining that image for them. And now I'm not talking about just, when I say they, I'm not talking about just one person or a group of people, because in your head, you might have an idea of how your conscious mind tries to make sense of it. This is beyond the physical. This is way beyond the physical. Now, there is a reason why this is happening. You see how we got the Nine of Swords? This is to block you from the Nine of Cups, the Lord of material happiness, in order to distract you from this state of your wish fulfilled. Haters are throwing shade at you so that you don't fulfill what it is you want. It's a stopgap measure. It's not necessarily something designed to stop you. It's just, if you have imposter syndrome, you're not going to be receptive to what you're worth and deserve, even though it's right there in front of you. You're not going to even feel in a position to receive it. So that's all these hating ass jealous mofos can do. They know they can't stop you from achieving victory beyond what all their hard work has allowed them to do. So if they can make your advantage look like a disadvantage, you will not be in that receptive state. The only revenge you can gain is fully stepping into this success. And that's what this month as an underlying theme is going to help you break through. This is the darkest before dawn, which has you step into this new cycle and phase of victory and satisfaction. And we do have patience. This is a rewarding of patience. And this is you being patient through this, which leads into a very powerful adventure, because many of you are being set apart from the rest of the collective relative to your actions. The universe does not play favorites. So this chosen one bullshit is really just based on the merit of your actions, where millions of people chose to compromise themselves in whatever way, but you didn't. This is what makes you chosen. All right. What do you do with the power given? Such a test. And this adventure is going to enable you to achieve every single one of your wishes. We even have the Wheel of Fortune here. So, it's lots of envy that you looking at yourself may not even understand why someone would be that envious, or you do. And this is, I know I'm saying someone, but this is in reference to an metaphysical collective force and influence that can represent what you see physically, but is way beyond this. This is where we start to step more into the force and the intelligibility of how we break through such maneuvers of fuckery in this day of age of the next stage of magic wars, where we're going to see more possession of host vessels who have not really done the shadow work, and so their very shadow consumes them as their own instincts take them over and they give into the darkness of their hearts. And then there's the pure hearted who get all these upgrades from the universe because they actually have the integrity to not abuse such abilities and gifts. Anyway, the underlying theme that we have for Taurus here is the Princess of Cups. This is keeping the wonder of your own intuition alive by not necessarily suppressing this nature of new feelings. Sometimes, before our minds can process what's occurring, our hearts are personally, intuitively very intelligent, and this during this period can inspire new feelings for you, new desires. You can start to develop new intuitive abilities. This could also be you sharing new feelings for somebody or vice versa. So you definitely want to, instead of taking an emotionally mature approach, you want to take a childlike approach towards things, that where this princess is speaking to the fish in her cup, she's activating her imagination and not taking things too seriously. That being said, the lesson of this is the Lord of Oppression, you handling the extra burden that comes with succeeding and also achieving the impossible dream. But this also could be you being slammed by orders, and instead of procrastinating, getting that work done and delegating. Because the challenge here with the Four of Pentacles is this assured material gain that really more speaks of stabilizing and securing your financial portfolio. And I really like this grounded element Taurus is taking, because this is set to seemingly be a busy month. Even if you're not doing that much work, the challenge with the Four of Pentacles is to save your money and to manage your money very groundedly, because the potential to really now come into more security will be here. And so this Lord of earthly power is set to be the discipline needed to handle this excess responsibility. And this is on the foundation, ironically, of the Lovers. So with the Page of Cups, this could be also securing a union based on your interests, because even if this isn't romantic, this could establish this itself on a passion project relative to stuff that you're into passionately. And if this is a relationship forming, this is the shared responsibility to approach this very reasonably and practically. We have the Chariot card. So coming into the previous season is a victory, which I can see now with the Lord of Oppression, the consequence of success. There's a major win that you're coming into the season with, even if you felt like you lost something. So this is going to come more to light. With the Five of Pentacles, this approach here is feeling alienated. Even though within you're bubbling with a lot of passion, there seems to be this sense of you undermining and underplaying what you're worth in an effort to kind of maintain more focus and responsibility with what it is you're currently doing. So make sure this doesn't develop itself into a negative outlook towards what's possible. But we're going to see the next step from here is the Six of Pentacles. So this is very symbolic. Financial flow. There's this added burden of pressure, especially in light of maybe it's seeming that you may not be making as much money as you will have wished. But all of that changes moving forward. The Six of Pentacles is literally the Lord of material success. So Taurus is saying you're getting money. And the thing with the Four of Pentacles is The challenge of this is to not spend this money needlessly. The Four of Pentacles is consolidating this extra income in the form of assets and beefing up their investment portfolios. You don't have to do all that, but the Four of Pentacles is making sure you're establishing security with this money you're coming in, because the Six of Pentacles is going to establish financial flow. And yes, I love that. That is most definitely Jupiter and Taurus. It's going to expand the quality of how much money you're already making. And so this will put you in a position to give away money, receive money. And we have you coming as the Queen of Swords. So your head is straight, you're chopping niggas' heads off. And this is putting you in a very focused position to apply this focus towards your independent projects. The Foolish Man is showing your innovation. Maybe certain people might see you as loopy or foolish because you're going towards a dream that no one else can see. But this really just represents the open mind. And the Fool card energy is also this archetype around you, which is promising and new. We do have I love this reading. The Eight of Pentacles is saying to work. And this is very deep because this is meaningful work. So the Eight of Pentacles is saying that the work you're doing to establish this financial flow, all you have to do is just focus on the quality that you're putting in and to keep that consistency. The Eight of Pentacles is Sun and Virgo, so underestimated, because this is actually also a card of employment, but not a job you don't like to do, a job that's actually meaningful to you, that you're able to develop your skills. So yeah, I love how very pentacle themed this Taurus reading is. It's very practical. It's really just saying that, based on you maintaining consistency and value, this money flow is definitely set to step you into success. Now, the Five of Swords as the outcome is a very powerful disagreement. And I feel like connected to the Five of Pentacles, this could be around financial or work issues. Whether certain people feel that you're not giving enough or away money, versus you having disagreements with certain facets of your employment or work. This is definitely going to bring into play abject chaos. And I really feel like this level of outcome is not a coincidence, nor is it really even bad. It's just potentially challenging because you will, through this Mercury retrograde, have to mitigate and mediate disagreements. There could be elements of miscommunication. In what I feel intuitively is people claiming your money, people claiming your money. I feel like certain people might be entitled and you're not going to be with that. That Five of Swords as an outcome is you taking this Queen of Swords energy and you're hacking and slashing, and the dust is going to settle, and like no one's really trying to approach you anymore because they see you're about that life. Okay. This presence of the Five of Swords is very chaotic and random too, but I don't see it as anything necessarily bad as much as just a consequence of the miscommunication that's at an all-time high and people being committed to misunderstanding you. So I see this as the money's coming in and then you're going to cut people the fuck off. So this is a Taurus reading for sure. It's literally like you're going to cut people off. It might look like you're acting brand new, but it's like, if people feel that entitled, then brand new bitch. Anyway, the romance message that we have from Taurus to you is the Three of Pentacles. So the Lord of Material Work, such a practical message. You want to find ways that you can take a romantic partner or someone you're interested in and do a project with them. This would be a great season to build with somebody. It doesn't have to be any serious undertaking. It could be simple too. Collab with someone. What is a way you can collab with someone? The Three of Pentacles isn't collaborating to go out. That's the Three of Cups. If it was Three of Cups, it'd be like, yo, go out and have some drinks with someone. Three of Pentacles is, hey, do you want to collab on a video, or do you want to make some money together or do something simple like that? And the card we do have for this is the Three of Wands. This is fucking awesome. For romance, you're going to be able to create long-term plans with somebody on a project. So Three of Wands is extending this past just some immediate thing, and this is you creating vision boards. Three of Wands is Sun in Aries enterprising establishment of you and someone seeing the way forward together. It's like, wow, this looks like it has the potential to build something. But to come with the Three of Pentacles, there's structure behind this. Three of Wands isn't just the idea like, ooh, let's go on this path and let's create this party and this event. The Three of Pentacles is like, all right, cool, let's write all this down. I know a designer, I know this person. So this is really powerful. And I respect the productivity in it, because the Wands and the Pentacles is having you get passionate about something grounded instead of necessarily it taking more of a romantic stance. It's not that emotions won't be involved, but they're not the focal point. It's something that you and someone are very passionate about and seeing eye to eye about. So, that's really awesome. For those of you who are single and have someone you're interested in, this would be a really genius way of, initiating something. But I feel like with the Three of Wands, there's an element of fate and destiny here that might kind of just allow this to unfold to where this just kind of happens. So for career, we do have the Eight of Cups, Lord of Abandoned Success. Taurus is saying that some of you are not necessarily beating a dead horse, but it might be time to walk away from some aspect of your career. You may come back to it later, but despite what you've invested in emotionally, it's time to really seek something that feeds your soul deeper, because after this is the wish come true card. So some of you may be going on a soul quest to find out more what you're meant to do. Others of you, you're walking away from what you're currently working on. And we do have the strength card. So you're stronger than you realize. I feel like because you are tapping more into your passions and everything that invites this creativity, this is going to help you recognize that maybe where you're currently at doesn't foster that, and you'll move towards a direction that does. Regardless, strength is going to bring more fun and creative passion towards what you are doing. So finally, with the oracle cards. Yeah. Like, I guess I really get the feeling that some people are incensed because you know who you are. And there's how people know you. And they feel like because you're coming out of that box of how they perceive you, you're trying to act brand new or you're trying to be weird. And they're letting you know that they're demons. These are agents. Anyone that does not accept, I'm not talking about who you think you are, talking about who you truly are. Anyone who projects this idea of you, like this is a huge deal right now. People project a lot of delusion because people feel like, well, this is how I know you as, and it's like, well, bitch, you don't know shit. And that's a lot of people are having a lot of hard times accepting that they don't really know what they think they know, and they don't really know you like they think they do. It's a lot of entitlement. So, it is what it is. The cool thing is we got receipts. That's where I'm not talking about, people you're mad that people don't believe you are who you. We're talking about the truth of who you are based on receipts. Okay. Shout out to Isaiah. That's what I'm talking about. So the oracle cards that we have with personal growth is this Taurus season is going to ground a lot of how much you have personally grown. We do have surrender. Okay. We also have love partnership, and we have creativity. So that is very self-explanatory. This is going to develop and foster so much personal growth. You want to surrender, of course, to the creativity that is produced from this love partnership. But I feel like for some of you, this love partnership could be with a passion and a hobby. So just keep that in mind. Taurus, good looks, Taurus. That was solid. Taurus is the most solid, some signs could be hit or miss. Taurus will at least have, a solid basis. So thank you for holding it down. Next, we go to the realist, Virgo. Virgo is saying you got options. Virgo is saying that you have the world in your hands. Virgo is saying that as an underlying theme, you really want to because especially if you have Virgo energy or you are Virgo, Gemini season is getting ready to quintessentially change the direction you take your career. So Taurus season are the values you stand on that manifest your philosophy and philosophical approach towards life that lead into what you express and communicate. 10th house Gemini, you're meant to really share your messages, and that's not the only limited understanding. But I feel like this Two of Wands message is, what is it that you really want? And under the whole sense that if you had everything, right, if you didn't even need to work for money, if you already had everything in the palm of your hands, how exactly would you really go about bringing that into fruition? And this is going to update a lot that you don't really like what you used to like before. You've evolved. And so this is really beautiful. Now we do have the Queen of Wands, which is I was going to say the bad bitch of the tarot, but we do have the Fire Queen, and the challenge of this is the Ace of Cups. So this is literally speaking towards a brand new love. This Queen of Wands is offering her cup to you. This could also be you as the Queen of Wands receiving this cup. And what's very powerful in this receptivity of this new feelings, the challenge of the Ace of Cups is personally in receiving these new feelings. Yeah, she is the bad bitch. Is in receiving not only this spiritual awakening, in accepting this cup. Yeah, it looks like it's literally being offered to this seemingly nonchalantly disinterested queen. So this is really beautiful because the underlying theme here is the Seven of Swords. So clearly this is happening behind closed doors. This is a card of deception and not playing your hand. So I feel like this could be, a new connection that's kind of secret. The Four of Swords, once again, more hushed, but this is coming from mental restoration, where some of you may have had to rest, come from a certain sense of not isolation, but restoring your mind, rest from strife, right? But the crown we have is the devil. So this could be scandalous. Seven of Swords and the devil card is scandalous as fuck. I'm sorry. So this Queen of Wands could probably be in a relationship already. Some of you be careful because you might be getting an offer from someone in a relationship already. When I see the devil and the Four of Swords and the Seven of Swords, this looks like a very clandestine, no strings attached love affair that is probably reeking of infidelity. But I'm not gonna sugarcoat this, because the devil and the crown and the Seven of Swords is something that is definitely, it's not even taboo. This is something that's happening behind closed doors. And the devil card does, so be mindful of that. Let's see what the next step is. The Two of Pentacles is, which could be juggling people, but see, this doesn't have to necessarily take a romantic theme as much as just the materialistic approach. Something looks very shady here. I'm going to be completely honest with you, because the next step is harmonious change. There's so far there's nothing bad that's in the reading. I just want to account for the different perspectives that this can come through in. The devil and the Seven of Swords could be the energy around you, right? So you're still coming in, you're still opening up this new love, but there could be temptation around you, and there could be Seven of Swords for Virgo means that there's no one that you feel you can trust around you. Not a single person. Seven of Swords is in this place of comfort for you. So that means you feel like you have to walk around sneakily because you don't know who you can trust with anything. And that's the natural state for Virgo. So like I totally understand you. Like I'm not even trying to lecture you on that. I'm just saying thank you. Like some of you really feel this. And you're looking around you and you just see some devilish shit, which is confirming why you feel that way. The devil on the top is you're seeing people cheat, you're seeing people lie, you're seeing all sorts of dark, scandalous shit. So I feel like you're just looking straight. The Two of Pentacles moving forward is literally you just minding your fucking business. All right. And that challenge with the Ace of Cups is still fostering the spiritual awakening while you're being the bad bitch that you are. Or while you're see, if you're a man watching this could be this queen offering her cup to you. But you know what I'm saying? Yes, I knew I had to kind of like shift the interpretation because that started to hit more. You're coming up as the Knight of Pentacles, literally Virgo. This reading is for sure for Virgo. That you're coming up as the reliable, consistent person, minding their business, putting in work at what you're doing, and you got the Two of Cups around you. So there is a romantic situation here with the Ace of Cups. This Two of Cups is this kind of like union. So the Devil card could even be people trying to cheat while you're developing something new and you're just kind of focused on what's really, developing. Princess of Cups is saying to not get too attached to your logic and to give, like, some of you may have to catch feelings. Princess of Cups is saying that within reason, it's okay for you to fall in love if this, if this is what things are developing to. And the outcome we have is the King of Wands. So with the Queen and the King of Wands, this does seem to be a counterpart love affair that the collective around you might inadvertently be doing what they can to get in the way of it. The outcome with this Princess of Cups and King of Wands seems to be this king meeting the queen. You know what I mean? Opening up their emotions. There's a lot more nuance in this reading, and I feel like some of you should come back and watch this several times so that you can come into deeper layers. But regardless, I think that King of Wands is an outcome. Kind of serves that. Now, in the scandalous case, right? The Two of Pentacles could be this Queen of Wands juggling the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Like, okay, this person's more my level, the King of Wands, but the Knight of Pentacles is actually loyal. They don't be creeping around like the King. I feel like that's that for some of you too. So it is what it is. If it don't apply, let it fly. This is not really a messy reading. This just is the social shit that brings these social affairs. So underlying theme is to just be clear on what it is that you want. And yeah, so we're going to come into the romance message. And the juggling is not necessarily in a malicious way. It's the Devil and the Seven of Swords that make it a malicious thing, where you're just playing two people. But that's not the case for everybody. All right. The romance message that we got. How many of you are not Virgos and this was still accurate for? The romance message we have is the Six of Pentacles. So Lord of Material Success is sharing resources. What you have, a prospective partner might not have, and vice versa. You'll be in a position to kind of help each other and create more flow. So this is bringing financial balance. But we do have the universe. So once again, this is like a counterpart connection coming together. The universe is connecting with someone who you complete each other. And even though you're whole within yourself, like you're completing very important karmic lessons that now open up the space for you and someone else who's reached success to really just enjoy each other's presence. So there's a serious aspect to this world card, and I feel like what it's saying romantically is having you finally reach this state where you're no longer being tested on lessons, and now you have the liberation and freedom to make your love life whatever it is you want. Okay. So we do have for career the Four of Pentacles. And once again, relative to this psychic attack, people are wanting to reinforce their vision of you. And because it's just bouncing off of you and not working, they're feeling more into their inferiority because they're stupid little bitches. The Four of Pentacles is speaking of assured material gain, and you gain fucking money. This is you establishing earthly power through more consolidation and grounding of your assets and resources, and pretty much just, being an overall fly ass boss. We do have the Five of Pentacles, though. There are financial issues that you will overcome through saving your fucking money. And this is also going to help you see how much more productively you can think in certain situations and who your real friends are relative to what they feel they can get from you. All right. So the oracle cards we got. Yeah, Five of Pentacles is saying some of y'all are not saving your money, but it is what it is. Yeah, I feel like that it is for all the signs. This is Virgo's message to all of us. Virgo is like, yeah, save your money, guys. Stop fucking spending. Like, you're looking broke out here. Stop spending your money. Save your money. That's hilarious. All right, we do have new beginnings. So there are, of course, a new cycle of beginnings that will inspire you moving forward. That's the underlying theme. Perseverance. I love that. You must persevere. We have forgiveness. Virgo literally just said, I ain't forgiving or forgetting, bitch. And spiritual partnership. All right. Listen, some of you, I feel like, might connect with the spiritual partner who in a past life you have beef with, and you might have to forgive them. But outside of that, perseverance and forgiveness might be very important themes for this spiritual partnership that is all part of this new beginning. So I really like that because we got this theme of something new, the Ace of Cups partnership, you know what I'm saying? That's aligned and spiritual. So I like that. I like that a lot. I'm not going to lie. When the forgiveness card came through, though, I was not feeling that. I was not feeling that. And me, I was about to say, forgive yourself. I was about to say, like, you, Virgo was literally like, you can forgive yourself, but we don't need to forgive nobody. They shouldn't have done wrong. Like, that's crazy. I feels you. For the moon in Capricorn feels you, Virgo. I feel you, Virgo. All right. Capricorn. We more ruthless in Capricorn land. We like, it is what it is. So Capricorn's message for you. Yes, the Cap Moon was like, hell nah. Forgive myself for even fucking with you. Hell nah. Never again. Ugh. All right. The underlying theme we have is the Hermit. Capricorn is saying that you probably don't fuck with anybody right now, and you probably don't have a desire to fuck with anybody right now. And some of you feel really weird because you feel like you don't even care, that you don't even wish in the slightest way to socialize with other mortal beings or people. And you're wondering if something is wrong with you. More Virgo. Look, no, see, you on some deep mystical shit. And you might be around people who just reinforce mediocrity. Whereas it is taking you so long to specialize what you're doing that you have basked in this depth of your vibration. And it has now made it in a way where, okay, I completely lost that. But what I'm saying is, seek your own light. express your own truth. The time you've spent really developing yourself has shown, and this is now not what some of you might feel if you have some kind of avoidant disorder. No, in the words of the late Pop Smoke, you just don't fuck with n-words. You just don't fuck with people. He didn't mean it like that, but he meant it like I just don't fuck with people. Like I just be on my own. It was one of the realest shit I've ever heard. And what's really important with the Hermit card is to not lose what makes you you, especially in the sense where certain people have limiting perspectives. They have not. I'm not going to say they don't know what you know. They have not put in the work you have put in to study what you've studied, especially specific to you and what you've specialized in. And so, in dealing with other people's limiting behavior and patterns, it holds you back. And so you've had to isolate yourself because let me just stop sugarcoating this. Some people are just inferior as fuck. Like they're straight muggle sauce. Like as much as they try and act like they know what the fuck they're saying, everything they say and do just pretty much expresses the fact that these idiots do not know shit. And I don't mean in a condescending way where I think I know more than you because I'm more magical. I mean in the way that impedes on your growth because now you're gaining unsolicited advice and opinions from people who are only insecure because you fit outside of their box. And now they're trying to lecture you on things that they have no business even talking to you about because they only have a fraction of the experience you have. Anyway, we do have the Eight of Cups. You're just going to walk away from all that bullshit. Now, Capricorn is saying that some of you feel disappointed because you put in this work that you felt that you were supposed to put in, and you were shown that this is what the purpose of this is. And some of you at this stage have recognized that the investments you've made towards the collective have not at all been returned. It's almost like pouring your heart into a game that basically does not appreciate you in the slightest. The Eight of Cups here hits deep. This is you pretty much finally resigning and cutting ties. You're walking away from this whole facet of doing more than what you feel you're even getting. But there's a soul aspect to this where the vision I'm seeing is because Capricorn is the collective sign. It's like some of you in your fire to really share your gifts really gave a lot of your sauce away. And now you're realizing, wow, most of these people don't even recognize the value of my gems. What did I even feel like? You're literally taking your fucking power back. It's like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have skills and techniques that no one else on this planet can do. So, like, I don't need to put myself out there in spaces that I'm not appreciated. All right. And I love this because the challenge is the moon. This is the octave of the hermit. You're the Capricorn. This reading for Capricorn, God is calling you out of the world. You are being called into an existence through your imagination that no one can see but you. And the extent of your expertise with receipts that you can prove are tapping you into this rabbit hole and inner adventure of a lifetime. The aid of the challenge of the moon is to apply this discernment so you can divide what is your fear and illusions versus straight intuition. Okay. So this is you really going on that soul journey and listen, this Capricorn reading. It's Taurus reading was in, it's Capricorn reading is hidden. Ooh, Capricorn is coming with it. Peep game, yo. Peep game. I'm gonna just channel it straight. Capricorn is saying that some people will never make it to the top of the mountain. Some people will live their whole life looking at the peak of the mountaintop, thinking like they've done something with their life. They've never even once attempted to even climb the base of the mountain. Some people will never reach the top of the mountain and just reach a small peak. And then to the rest of the world, convince them, see, I'm at the top. I'm at the top. But like there's heights beyond heights they couldn't even dream of reaching. God has called you to reach that top of the mountain. And you know, because you know that where you're at, you know where everyone else is at, you're not meant to be there. The skills and the abilities you have, the questions that you ask lead you, you know what I'm saying, to something much deeper, right? So this is you crossing through this dream gate in order to walk the path that only you can see and walk, so that you can attain the legend that most, if not billions, of people will never even see, because they never made that decision to dare go beyond what they think is possible. This shit is already deep, and we just got the first two cards. So I feel this very deeply in my soul. Like, you're being called out from the mediocre. You're being called out from the collective, which thinks they know, but you're owning. The moon card is a challenge, is saying, wow, this is an illusion. This society is a fucking illusion. And you're walking away from that. This is a huge step. After the 8 is the 9 of Cups. That's why a lot of you are getting psychically attacked, because it's not just flesh and blood. It's not flesh and blood. It's a collective influence that wants to have you conform to its matrix. We do have, of course, the 6 of Wands. So you're riding on a lot of personal victory. Now, this victory is private, though. This isn't victory you're bragging about and showing. And that's what I respect about the Hermit. You have a lot of people who are flaunting their accomplishments, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. But you know, you have accomplishments that would probably blow people's mind, but you just keep it to yourself. It's what you enable to move forward, but it's not anything you're bragging about, because you know what I'm saying? You don't need the limelight. That's young man or young girl stuff, right? We do have the Chariot. So similar to Taurus, you've moved forward in this recent season with victory. You've come forward victoriously, literally, Chariot and the 6 of Wands. This is you moving forward with this personal sense of victory very powerfully. And the 4, see? The 4, wow! The 4 of Cups in the Crown is saying you're low-key as fuck. On the outlook, you're contemplating your emotions, but you're not necessarily like bragging about your victory. You're keeping it super low-key. You know what I'm saying? Like you're keeping it personal. And moving forward, we do have the King of Swords, which is reaching the top of one's career field. But this could also be expert advice from someone who's objectively detached from your situation. This is going to be you also adapting these qualities, progressed Aquarius. This could also be a run-in with an Aquarian, but this is very, very powerful, because you really seem to be no nonsense moving forward. You're moving forward very impartially, and this is enabling you to be in a position to very powerfully come into rewards. All right, the King of Swords is not playing though. He got a sickle and a sword. So like what you're coming up as is the 5 of Swords. This is literally what Linus is saying. Like the 5 of Swords is saying you're ready to demolish someone. 5 of Swords is saying you're not playing with all these microaggressions and people talking slick. You're liable to go off on someone. 5 of Swords will go off on you even if they know they'll look crazy for going off on you. You know how some people talk slick because they know that if you were to blow up, you would look angry, and so they try and take advantage of you not doing that. Then you have people who don't give a fuck and they will go off anyway. That's you. That's you, right? Like, listen, bitch, I know what you're trying to fucking. I don't care if they're kids right here, bitch. Okay? Get your dusty ass. Like, yes, go in. Please go in. And you're coming at it with the King of Swords. So you're saying less words, but they hit each time. Now, we do have the 10 of Wands, Lord of Oppression, which is just a lot of this, not hatred, but it's a lot of this like tension around you, obviously, because you're going off on bitches. And it's crazy because here's the best part about this. You're going off, but like you're winning every time. It's the Lord of Defeat, right? But you're handing out L's to people. And it's like you're right. Even though it's like an empty victory, you're still right. Keep that in mind. So the guidance here is the Ace of Swords. Let the truth reign. Some of you about to expose motherfucker. The Ace of Swords is guidance. You're going to come into the absolute truth that helps dispel the illusions. And I feel like with this King of Swords, it's either you coming into this absolute mental realization, or you might gain expert advice that inspires you to think in this way. And this is going to lead to the Justice card, where of course justice shall reign. Now the Ace of Swords coming with the Justice card is an assured victory, especially if we were dealing like with a court case or something like that. Someone is getting the W, because the truth is going to reign, especially if with the Moon card, people are trying to lie about a situation and act like it's a certain way. The truth coming out. And I think it's going to be very controversial. The outcome of justice is, being on the same page in an important way. I think this is a very powerful reading because we do have the King of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the Justice. King of Swords is a judge. So like there does seem to be some legal nature to this, where as guidance, if you are called upon to really, this is very important. If you are called upon to express your frustration or to tell or to really express something, Ace of Swords is saying you have to tell the 100,000% truth. Do not let hide information to make yourself look better. Be one, even if the truth makes you sound a certain way, tell 100% the truth. That's going to really set you free. I love it. So the romance message that we have, shoot, especially if you going off like you are, this is ooh. Boop. What? Yay, yay. The romance message that we have is the Princess of Wands. Some of you need to get your D wet or your P wet. No, Princess of Wands is talking about excitement. So some of you are going to receive very exciting news. You can see she has her titties out. So like some of you just need to, let your titties just fly out in the wind and just pick up a stick and just be excited with it. Wow. But this is definitely talking about the wanderlust that comes with you being excited, taking exciting risks. And we do have the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like some of you are going to be excited because a new, healthy, practical beginning begins in romance. This could be a gift. This could be a ring. This is going to be probably something very practical and new. So some of you might be, it's literally an octave of Taurus. Like some of you might be in a position to give someone you care about a gift or to start something new and practical with them. Now, with the career card, we do have the Princess of Swords. So the Princess of Swords, whereas the Princess of Wands is a taking more excited, risky approach towards romance. The Princess of Swords is taking a more intellectual, witty approach towards career, learning a new language, learning new skills, starting from scratch. But this is going to give you new information in a way that gives you insight into a younger demographic in some cases. With the Four of Pentacles, you get money. You get money. Money. Okay. Yeah. My bad. Yeah, you're going to, I don't know where that came from. You're going to make a lot of fucking money this month. So that's beautiful. This is you applying this new insight so that you could, with this earthly power, establish so much more security and power. Power. All right. So we do have physical activity. All right. Just movement. You don't have to go to the gym. Although if you hitting in the gym, hit that shit. just have movement. Just walk, induce any kind of activity. Keep the bones moving. We have healing, we have parenting, and we have self-love. Beautiful. She said, yep, that's sex. I love it. All right. So before we go into the air, I'm going to do Jennifer, thank you so much. I'm going to do a oracle card reading for Queen Dom. And then I'm going to jump right into the air tribe reading, and we're going to do the air tribe. So Queen Dom, we do have physical activity coming with healing. So I'm going to reshuffle that again. We do have personal growth. This is what we got for Virgo. And this is coming with leadership. Queendom, you, of course, Neptune opposite your sun, mad projections. You are growing from it and stepping up more as the leader you've always been. And Queen, let's get it. Bonus card for everybody. Happy ending. All right. So y'all stay blessed. I'm going to hop into the next live. And until next time.